Hello, truth seekers. Lawrence here, and welcome to Easy Enlightenment. So, the truth behind our struggle or suffering is because we are trying to prolong our experience. We are trying to make something permanent in our lives, not understanding that whatever we are trying to prolong holds the nature of changing. Is shifting. When something is changing all the time, how can we, hold on to it? Notice, and we are also changing in our choice and experience. And if you understand that, then there is let's fight. We want to dissolve the fight for good, but just by understanding the nature of things will help us to not to, have that stubborn ego coming into play. Notice your job. If your job is making a lot of money, automatically you are clinging to it. Now you will do everything to protect your job, isn't it? You will play all sort of games just to maintain your job, because losing job means losing safety, and losing the safety means uncertainty will resurface in your life. The pain and struggle will resurface. So not to go through the pain, not to struggle, we control, we resist, we manipulate basically a lot of stuff. And the manipulating, controlling takes an effort as well. And it takes a constant effort. Once you be part of the drama, that manipulating game, the game starts to prolong as well. And every action you're trying to put out for the sake of job comes from the place of manipulative approach. And that's why we start to miss our own growth in a relative sense. If you understand how things works in the relative world, then any job can be a job that connects us to the next growth. But if you just grab into that particular stage and trying to make it permanent, then we are just rejecting the natural growth of the relative world, of the functioning world, isn't it? And we complain about, things, while in the first place we are resisting the growth by controlling, resisting. Not just a job, any relationship in the world, friendship is the same. We're trying to prolong certain friendship. We are trying to prolong, the family relationship. Especially, where the love is coming in the family, we're trying to prolong, hoping we don't lose it. But just like the shift in the, changes in the job scenario, we human being also changing. eventually we gotta go. This body gives up, right? But when we are prolonging certain stuff, we reject the impermanence of life. And when someone dies, notice how, sad we get, so much stagnation comes in from losing someone. But when we are ingrained in the emotional and mental construction from losing things or people, that shows that we are trying to, make the stuff permanent, which in nature, it's not permanent. Everything is shifting. Everything is changing. And going against the change itself is suffering, pain. It's a constant effort. And this is where the spiritual journey comes in to give us the realization that there is something unchanging within, which is the truth. Yeah. And when we realize the truth, then, we accept completely the shifting world. Until we realize the truth, there's tendency to involve mentally, emotionally, psychologically, in the things that we are participating. So, from that participation, what happens? We end up struggling, isn't it? The struggle is already there. Already there. And from that struggle, we are already, manipulating too much, controlling, lot. And again, that kind of effort itself is, constant effort. Constant effort is a struggle. So, yes, we need certain things in life to have that dynamic relationship, but also we must, have the understanding that whatever we are involved in, are changing, and eventually we lose touch with those things. But when we lose certain things in life, actually we are making room for, natural upgrade to come in. We are creating a room for something to come in. We're not gonna be losing things and becoming empty in the relative sense. There's always something coming. So, that's the world. And we have the awareness in us, how to connect the dots in the world. That's why there's a saying that we gotta trust the awareness, trust sort of the universe will provide whatever we need. But to dance with the universe, we have to, trust first, trust the awareness. Awareness is gonna show us what we need, rather than trying to prolong the things that cannot be prolonged. Okay, so anyway, again, the reason we're suffering is because we are trying to prolong the things that which we cannot prolong. And that is the fight we have invited. And because of the fight that we are struggling, suffering, the pain is coming from that fight, coming from that drama. And we can, you know, we can understand, at least in conceptual sense first, that we must see it, where the fight is coming from, and then we can work on ourselves. So again, work on ourselves, not working, you know, working with the world. You work on yourself first to figure out the truth, and only seeing the truth can, you know, make us give up the fight. Because right now the fight itself is coming from the stubborn self, which is the egotistical self, and everybody has an ego. Who doesn't have an ego? Even after enlightenment, you need to have a subtle, not subtle, but simple ego. You know, that ego means you need to have a certain mind, simple mind as a reference. You know, that's it. But the awareness is still there, but the reference is the mind. And mind is the ego. So simple ego will be there after enlightenment, but not the stubborn ego fighting against the nature. So you know how much you're struggling from your participation, and look into it. And if you be part of the self-inquiry practice, and the self-inquiry practice will show you how to not to suffer. Okay, anyway, thanks for watching this video. Hope you're enjoying the backward journey, especially if you're following this channel. And if you're new to this channel, welcome. And hope this makes sense to you. And yeah, see you in the next video. Take care for now. Bye.